This cabbage roll soup was legendary, y'all. It was filled with so many amazing, comforting flavors, and the best part, it was so easy to make. And of course, we had to make some grilled cheese sandwiches to go along with them because it was the perfect combination. So you're going to start with the star of the show. You're going to grab some cabbage. I used about half a head of cabbage here because cabbage does go a long way, but after I made the soup, I wish I would have used the whole head because the kids tore it up. So start by cutting your cabbage into bite-sized pieces. I cut them just like this here. Then we go on to our celery. You're going to cut your celery down into little slices like so. And go ahead and add the leaves of your celery to every dish that you make. They pack so much flavor and they're very good for you. Then you're going to move on to your veggies. We're going to chop up half an onion here. You can use a whole onion if you love onions, but just don't omit the onion. You have to add it. It adds the best flavor to this soup. Once you get your onions roughly chopped, set them aside and go ahead and slice up some carrots. I only had some baby carrots on hand, so that's what we used, but you can use whole carrots. Just remove the peel. Once you get all of your veggies chopped, you're going to move on to your meat. You're going to get your ground beef into a large stock pot like so and just crumble it up with your masher or with a wooden spoon. And you want to cook it down until there's no more pink left. Leave all that grease in the pan and then you're going to toss in all the veggies that you chopped up and you're going to season up the veggies very well with all of these seasonings. I will have the full written recipe linked, so make sure you check that out if you need some step-by-step instructions. Once you add all of your seasonings, go ahead and give it a really good mix. I also added some garlic paste here. I almost forgot about it. Super important. Now you want to add the base to your soup. We have a can of crushed tomatoes here, a can of diced tomatoes. Then we added a can of tomato soup and some water. Yes, it does have a very heavy tomato base. It's almost like a vegetable tomato soup. It's super delicious, y'all. I promise you. I make a lot of soups and this cabbage roll soup is definitely my favorite. It's like top 2 and it's not number 2. Once you add all of your tomatoes to the soup, you're going to mix it up real well, cover it up and simmer. While that was simmering away back there, I went ahead and assembled some grilled cheese sandwiches. I just got a loaf of bread here, buttered them up real nice. I love to use up whatever ingredients I have in the kitchen already. So we had a loaf of bread and we had this sliced cheddar cheese. So that's exactly what we used to make these grilled cheese sandwiches and they were perfection. But I encourage you to use whatever cheese or whatever bread you have. Just toast them things up until they're golden brown like this here. Then you're going to flip them over. They're so cheesy and buttery and delicious. Back to this amazing soup. It's been simmering away now for about 30-45 minutes. Everything has wilted down very nicely. It's soft and chunky. Just look at this goodness. I wish you could smell it, y'all. Traditional cabbage rolls do have rice, so if you want to add rice, feel free to add it the last 10 minutes of cooking. I really like to add my rice to individual bowls if that's how we're going to eat it, because if you do want to freeze this up, it'll freeze very nicely if you leave the rice out. Go ahead and serve it up. Add some Parmesan cheese. Use those grilled cheese sandwiches for dipping. Y'all, the full recipe is on the site. If you want details, get it and enjoy.